Hello and welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. Time to do my half year roundup of the top 20 albums from 2022. Half the year is done. Wow. First of all, how quick has this half year been? It's been phenomenally quick. I mean, January seems, well, it does seem quite a long way away actually, but the half year just goes by in a flash, especially the warmer months. The winter months seem desperately long and quite miserable, even though we're still listening to great music, but you can't get out, so it's not as great. And now there's no kind of lockdown of any description at all. Gigs fully back. Gigs have been back in England for a long time actually. They've been back since September last year is when I went to my first gig. Yeah, so anyway, let's get on with this. Just a quick little thought as well. If you gauge an album as 7.5 out of 10 and you say that's a good album, good solid album, that means that on average I have 20 of those a month, literally. So over the first 6 months of the year, that's over 100 albums that I've liked, 7.5 out of 10 and upwards. So there's a lot of albums altogether. But we've got to narrow it down, right? We've got to narrow it right down to the top 20. So I just wanted to say there's a lot of good albums that are not in the 20. They're just outside the 20, and I still like them almost as much as, say, the 20. Probably as much, but they just didn't make it. Just a lot of albums are equal, but you just got to pick your favorites as you see it at this particular point. So yeah, let's get on with this. Yeah, typical. It just started raining as I was about to film. By the way, it's the first time I'm filming in this park. I've never been, well, I've been in the park countless times, but never filmed in here. This is the first time. So I've come under a tree while the rain comes down a little bit. So anyway, yeah, in 20th place, albums from the first half of 2022. In 20th place is D-Greed, Are You Ready? D-Greed, Swedish, modern, melodic, hard rock. This is easily their best album. I love this album. Very good vocalist, and most importantly of all, very good songwriting. Memorable, modern, doesn't really have anything to do with the 80s style. It's just very modern, catchy, melodic rock style, and I love it, pure and simple. Okay, it stopped raining a bit. I've come out, well, still raining a touch, but come out a little bit. In 19th place, we changed tack. We've got Chrysix and Full HD Spanish thrash metal. Chrysix is a mental band. I love their sound. It's got a slight crossover feel. It's just cool thrash, heavy riffs, pumping drums. Just makes you want to get up and slam dance in the mosh pit. Well, not at my age, but you know what I mean. In 18th place, we've got Fallen Sanctuary and Terra released just this week. It's a new entry. I love this album. It's melodic power metal with modern slant. Two singers, George from Serenity and the other chap from Temperance. It's like a project on Frontiers. Yeah, Frontiers does loads of these. They don't always work, but this one is right up my alley. It's just melodic, catchy power metal, but not in the old style power metal. It's sort of very modern, very melodic style. A mix between those two bands really. So very enjoyable and melodic. What else can I say? Okay, in 17th place, we've got Victorious Dinosaur Warfare Part 2, The Great Ninja War. Again, an album that came out last week but has to go in the list. I gave it a very high rating. It has to go in the 20. It's one of the most cheesiest albums. In fact, I think it's the cheesiest album in the list. Well, there's quite a fair bit of cheese in my list, but I think Victorious is the #1 cheese. They got costumes, they got songs about dinosaurs. It starts raining again. I have to go under. Yeah, it's just, you know, power metal to the max. Hold nothing back. Set everything to maximum. That's it. I'm under the tree again. Next one in 16th place, a new band, Saints and Sinners, Rise of the Alchemist. Didn't know this band at all. They're a Turkish power metal band. They really surprised me. I think they've had albums in the past, but I don't recall hearing them, or I might have done. But this new one is just, I think, probably by miles going to be their best. It's top quality power metal, and it's not like super cheesy like Victorious. It's just heavy, melodic. The singer's really good, surprisingly enough. But these guys are very good. What can I say? Turkish power metal band. Surprised me. Coming in at number 16. Number 15 is a biggie. It's Hammerfall, Hammer of Dawn. Hammerfall need no introduction. You know, it's power metal. They've been going for 25 years now. I think 1997 their debut come out. They're a very consistent band. Hammerfall, you can rely on them, you know. They're just power metal to the max. It has to make waves in a channel like this. It just has to. Okay, next one is Shining Black, Postcards from the End of the World, in 14th place. This is a project band with Mark Bowles and Olaf Thorson, I think it is. This is great. The debut was great. The follow-up is great. This is an unheralded project. I mean, I didn't hear, you know, a peep out of anybody really for this one, but this is quality stuff. This is some of Mark Bowles' best vocals. Olaf is a great songwriter. What's not to love here? The debut was great. The follow-up, Postcards from the End of the World, is great. I mean, it's just a killer album. What can I say? In 13th place, we've got Treat, The Endgame. Treat, Swedish melodic hard rock band. They're just a quality band. You know, they've stamped with quality throughout their career. And The Endgame is no different. I mean, it ticks all the boxes if you like melodic rock, especially of the Scandinavian kind. It's just great. Great from start to finish. Love it. In 12th place, we've got Yanni Lematainen, My Father's Son. Yanni, he needs no introduction. He's a great songwriter for Frontiers, the Frontiers stable. He's got his other bands, and then he used to be in Sonata. He's just a great songwriter, great guitar player, and he's a great singer too, even though he doesn't sing on this album. He's got various singers, but this is a great album. It's sort of more melancholic, more introverted a little bit, but also very melodic. His knack for melodic songwriting is, you know, to be commended. Yanni, he's just a great songwriter. What can I tell you? Know, every time I see his name on a project or a solo or any kind of album, I'm already excited, intrigued, and know it's going to be a good one. And his latest solo album proves it. Okay, in 11th place, we've got Yawn Lander and Over the Horizon Radar. Fully reviewed on the channel. Yawn, he needs no introduction. The guy's been singing for a long time now, 25, close to 30 years, I think, early 90s. Just a great singer, Yawn, and this is a solid album, real solid album. Classic heavy metal tunes, Yawn's powerful vocals. What can I say? Solid songwriting. Just enjoy the hell out of Yawn. He's one of my favourite all-time singers. That's all there is to be said. Okay, the top 10. This one is a surprise. Not a lot of people gave this the time of day. It's Nassan and Scars. Nassan is a Chilean singer. He's got his own band, Sinners Bleed. This is his solo album, and I like it more than Sinners Bleed. His voice is strong. He's very powerful. He's like a younger version of Yawn. He's got vigor. He's got strength. The music is melodic, but it's very heavy, very powerful. More people need to listen to Nassan and Scars. It's a killer album. That's all there is to say. Okay, in 9th place, we've got Evergrey, A Heartless Portrait, The Orphean Testament. Evergrey is just awesome. Tom England, his vocals are some of the best. He's easily one of my favorite singers in power metal or power prog, as Evergrey is a mix of the two styles. This is a great album. I mean, all Evergrey albums are rock solid. This is just another great rock solid album to add to their long discography. Yeah, just a great album. In 9th place, Evergrey. Okay, in 8th place, we've got the mighty Sabaton, The War to End All Wars. I've got to give Sabaton props. You know, they do what they do. They don't deviate from what they do. They just keep churning out the classic melodic power metal fixated on war. And this is, of course, a follow-up to the original, the Great War album. It's a great album. I might even like it a little bit more than the Great War. I mean, they're two good companion pieces. Yeah, you know, they follow on the same theme, continuing on First World War themes. Just very enjoyable. I mean, I love Sabaton. I love the melodies they make. I love their songwriting. It's just right up my alley. I just put on Sabaton and I'm smiling, even though the themes are quite, you know, dark and sometimes not the best for enhancing your mood. But the melodies and the music makes up for it. Okay. In 7th place, we've got Surreption and Yawn. I've talked a lot about this album on this channel. I don't hear this one mentioned. This album is just killer. I even listened to it this morning. I always get the urge for this one. The riffs are just killer. I listened to it on the way home from the Tremonti gig last night. I mean, I just find the music empowering. The riffs are just absolutely stellar. You know, they just got this urge for technical rampant riffs flying here, there and everywhere. Just sound awesome, so technical, so in your face. Surreption, just absolutely awesome. Number 6, another big surprise, Lords of the Trident, The Offering, US power metal, epic power metal band. I've liked them in the past, but on The Offering, they've just hit it out of the park. I mean, this is just an awesome album. You know, just top class melodic power metal. Great singer. He sings with some great melodies, great tone, baritone style. Great songwriting. Acolyte, one of the songs of the year. Really enjoyed The Offering. Awesome album. In 5th place, we've got Amorphous and Halo, going back to the start of the year. This is a great album. What can I say? Amorphous, they're just magnificent songwriters. They got darkness, moodiness, a lot of melody, awesome cleans, awesome growls as well. Powerful growls. Just great songwriting, great musicianship. Epic sounds, typical Finnish stuff, you know. If you like Amorphous, I think anybody will like any of their albums. They're so consistent. They stick to their tried and tested style. They don't really deviate too much, and they always deliver. You can rely on Amorphous to give you a great listen, and Halo is definitely that. Okay, the top 4. In 4th place, we've got Visions of Atlantis and Pirates. Yeah, I reviewed this album, of course, on this channel. I just love this album. It's melodic heaven. It's more, I think it's more with Clementine's vocals, Clementine Delaunay, or Clemmy, as they call her for short. Her vocals are just superb. I mean, I love the tone on her voice. The other chap, he's good too, but it's all about Clemmy for me. And the songwriting is top class. I mean, the melodies, the folky melodies, the pirate themes, it's like the soundtrack to the Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just absolutely awesome. There's a lot of bands doing pirate themed music now, but Visions of Atlantis is by far my favorite. Just awesome stuff. Okay, in third place we've got the Mighty Ghost, and I'm wearing their shirt. I don't know if you can see. You can just about see the edge of the logo. Yeah, Ghost is just awesome. Impera, it's almost their best album. I have it very close with Meliora, Prequel not far behind, but I just love it. Ghost, this album is awesome. It's got so many influences from the 80s, so many. I mean, Ghost has morphed from quite a dark and sinister band to a very melodic band, which is, you know, lost them a lot of fans, but it's also gained them new fans, gained them, I think, more fans, because, you know, the overly satanic themes are sort of slightly lesser. They're still there, but they're not as in your face as they used to be. Now it's sort of like toned down, and, you know, the hardcore Ghost fans might not like it, but I personally love it because obviously I embrace melody and I love the 80s and I love anything like that. And this album is full of it. I mean, it's absolutely chock full of it. So it's obvious I'm going to love it. And I do. So Impera, third place. Okay, in second place, which was number one for a long time, but it just got usurped at the last minute, more or less, is Battle Beast, Circus of Doom. I absolutely played this album to death for a while. I haven't actually played it for quite a while, a couple of months, but it still retains its second place. I know, because I can hear the songs in my mind. I mean, Nora Luhimo, the singer, she's probably my favorite female singer in the world today, I'd say. I don't know, maybe I like Clemmy as well, of course, but Nora, she's got some grit in her voice. She's got power, you know. She's well suited to power metal. And obviously Battle Beast is incorporating a lot of 80s style now. They've got some few dance beats, and which some fans are sort of so on, but I still embrace it. I still love it. I just love their sound. So great album, probably their best yet. So they're in second place. Nearly top, but just usurped. So yeah, here we go. The top album of the first half of 2022. It's the only album I've given a 10 out of 10 to. It's the new Seventh Wonder album, The Testament. I gave it a 10 out of 10, so it's obvious that it's going to have to be my top album so far. It's just a phenomenal album. What can I say? It's just perfection, really. Progressive metal with some power metal mixed in as well. Just great melodies. Tommy Karavik, his melodies are just out of this world. I mean, they're so catchy. The musicianship is absolutely awesome. It's melodic to the max. It's crunchy. It's fantastically produced. There's not a lot else to say about it. It's going to take some killer album in the second half of the year to take that one away from its top spot, but we'll see. You never know, something might come along to equal it, and I might listen to the two and then compare the two and push Seventh Wonder down. So there you have it, the top 20 albums from the first half of 2022. Okay, as always, like, subscribe, stay tuned, and keep watching.